Welcome, students. Hope you all are doing well. Meeting you after a very long break. Wish you all a very happy new year. So, we'll continue today with the poem. The name of the poem is The Trees, page number 99. The poem The Trees is written by the poet Adriana Rich. She is a poetess, a female who has given lots of ideas and the things which she has compared. As we go through the poem, we'll come to know about what she writes and why she writes so. So her the poetess actually talks about, mostly all her poems deal with the feelings of female. She has written lots of poems based on feminism, means about females. Now here the poem The Trees, as the name suggests, is about the movement of the trees which are inside. So actually the trees are inside a room and they are moving outside. Now as you can understand that this cannot be done. A tree cannot move outside and it cannot, first of all, move by itself. The thing is that this poem is a bit difficult to understand, so please pay attention, because here the poetess has given the name of the poem, the trees, but actually the trees are the women. So in the entire poem, the poetess shows us the movement of the trees which are inside, but they seek to escape for freedom in the forest. Means that the women are getting outside, they are moving, they are progressing, is the meaning of the entire poem. Because if you read the poem, if you read it entirely, you will just be confused and you will keep on thinking that this poem deals with trees, but it does not deal with trees, it deals with the women. So we can say that it's a symbolic poem. The tree is the symbol for women that is being used. If you won't understand this, you won't understand the entire poem. Symbolic meaning has been given, and the trees are the extended metaphor for it, for women. As we know that metaphor is when you compare something. So here the trees are compared with women and they are given the qualities of women. And the entire poem till the end, from the first line till there are 4 paragraphs. All the 4 paragraphs continue till the end with this specific metaphor. So this is how the poem goes. Keep this in mind, just simple, trees equal to women. Women are moving outside to fulfill their aims in life. This is what the poem says. So we shall begin the poem, and again I'll tell you that mostly this poetess wrote about the feelings of the women. If you read the entire poem, it will feel very illogical. You will feel as if there is no sense in the poem. It doesn't have any meaning. It is difficult to understand. But you should not take its literary meaning, means what is written direct. If you take the meaning, you will not understand. You don't have to take the literal meaning. Take trees as females, then it will be very easy for you to understand. So we can continue with the poem and we'll go with the first paragraph. The first paragraph says, the trees inside are moving out into the forest. Just a short reminder, keep in mind, trees are women. It's not specified, but you have to keep this in mind. So the trees inside are moving out into the forest. So you can understand that women are progressing, they are leaving their homes, they have started working, they have started going out, and forest is the entire world. So where the women are coming out to work. So the trees inside are moving out into the forest. The forest that was empty all these days, where no birds could sit, no insects hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all the nights will be full of trees by the morning. So you might have understood what I mean to say, that the trees are coming outside means the women are coming outside, and here it's written that the forest was empty, no birds could sit there, no insects could hide, no sun could bury its feet because there are no trees, you can understand the rate of sunlight that can be received. The forest that was empty all these nights means the entire world, the forest, and we know that the women are the most powerful who can do anything they wish. So will be full of trees by the morning. So if women will start going out, they will start working, they are going to progress, and the world will be a better place. That's what the poetess wants us to say. So here if we logically take, obviously the trees can't move, that is the fact we all know. Women are ready to move out, they want to go out, they want to progress in life. So the again that I have told you, the forest that is of the forest of mankind means the entire world. So this was the first paragraph. Now as we can see, now if you will be taking all these things in mind, you will be getting the next paragraph, you will be able to understand better. Now again, the entire thing that I told you, that it's a metaphor, there is a comparison throughout each and every line. It is being compared. Trees are compared to women. This poem, as you can see from the text, none of the words are rhyming. There is no rhyme scheme like A B A B, A B B. That's the last word that rhyme usually in the poem, which do not rhyme. Those poems are called as free words. So there is no rhyme and rhythm. None of the words match, none of the words rhyme at the end. The trees, that is, we can say, that are unrealistic but used for the women. We'll go, I'm giving you a bit more explanation because this is a difficult poem to understand. Next, we shall move to the next paragraph, and that is, all night the roots work. Now we shall, yes, just a reminder, we shall also do the literary devices. These are the figures of speech which are in the poem. So very easy to understand. Sun bury its feet in shadow. Now sun cannot bury its feet, that we can understand. So it is been given the quality of a human being. So it is the personification. Next is anaphora, that we know that the word in the fourth line and the fifth line, the same word no, no is repeated, and it is in the beginning of the line. So when the same word is in the beginning of the two lines, it is known as anaphora. When the line begins with the same word, it's just like repetition, but in repetition words are used in that line, but here in the beginning the same words are used. So this is the figure of speech anaphora. Next we come to the second paragraph of the poem. All night the roots work. So you can understand roots work means who is working. To disengage means to remove or to separate. Engage means to join, and disengage means to unjoin, means to remove, to separate themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. When if a tree or a plant grows in a hard place, we can see that they can even put cracks, the roots make cracks in the rocks and they come out. Trees do grow in between the cracks of the rocks and they break down even the rocks. So just the poet has said that in the veranda there are, maybe the floor is very hard, but now the tree is going, so it is cracking it down themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain means pressurize, to put a lot of pressure. The leaves strain towards the glass, means what? The leaves, the roots, the tree, the branches, all are trying to move outside. Now to move outside they have to go through the window, they have to break the window and they have to go outside. That is the again a symbolic meaning, means the women are going outside. Small twigs stiff with exertion. Twigs are small branches, they are using lot, they are having a lots of doing lots of effort to get out, to come out. They are applying lots of pressure. Long cramped boughs is also branches, shuffling under the roof, means the big branches, which are the big branches, they have grown up now, they have touched the roof, now they are trying very hard to get out, shuffling, trying hard, pushing themselves to get out, like newly discharged patients, half dazed, moving to the clinic door. Now here a bit of uh, comparison has been done of the trees with, it is compared here with a patient. Now a patient who is very eager to get out of the hospital. Nobody likes to stay in the hospital who is sick. They always, each and everyone wants to feel okay and to go out, to go to their home where as soon as possible. No one likes to stay there for long in the hospital also, and they hurry to get back to their home. So here it is compared like newly discharged patients. Whenever the patient is discharged, they just hurry up, they just want to be with their friends, family and relatives, they want to go home, so they hurry up. Half days, and many times here it is compared as if half days means he is under the medication and he is not totally okay, but yet he wants to go out, he wants to leave that clinic, he wants to leave that hospital and go home. So here it is compared again the same thing. Desperate means to get outside, he wants to go outside also. The trees also wants to go outside, they want to be free, they are trying lots of pressure on the window, through the window, those are big, they have touched the roof, they are trying to get out from there by any means, they just want to leave and get outside. So this is also again the same metaphor, the comparison is going on still in the paragraph, that the women are trying very hard to go outside. May it be a small tree, maybe small twigs, even small branches, to a grown up tree, to use branch also. They all are trying, pushing hard to get out and to move out. So this is what the poetess wants us to know, that the women are working day and night, they try hard, they have lots of things to do at home and outside also. So they want to go outside, do their job, work hard and attain freedom. They want, they whatever they have wished for, they want that, that's why they are trying to get out. So here there is a new figure of speech that is known as enjambment. Now enjambment is a very easy figure of speech to understand. There, the enjambment is a figure of speech where lots of lines in the poem are given to you, but there is no punctuation mark in it. Maybe the first or the last line may have a punctuation mark, but in between lines are just continued and without having any punctuation marks, means colon or comma, full stop, question mark, nothing will be given. Just the line will be just kept. Now, if these types of lines, if you find out in a poem, then that is a figure of speech which is known as enjambment. Means there is no punctuation marks, without any punctuation marks. A simile is also there, like newly discharged patient. As I told you that it is compared, because like word is used, so it's a figure of speech, that is simile. The trees are like discharged patients, and if we take the meaning, that women also. So here the word like has been used, so it is a simile. Personification, twigs stiff with exertion. Exertion is actually a quality which human beings do possess, working hard, applying pressure. So twigs cannot do that because they are very small, a part of a plant. So here that is a personification where twigs are given the quality of human, of the quality of exertion. So, and the other is also given boughs shuffling under the roof. Boughs, as I told you, is branches. Now boughs don't shuffle, they don't move, they don't go here and there, they don't put pressure on things. But here in the poem, it's a figure of speech. I mean, boughs are trying, just like human being, if we are tied to something, we shuffle to get free. In the same way, those branches are trying very hard, those boughs are trying very hard to be free. Now we come to the third stanza. I sit inside the door open to the veranda. Now the poet is telling what she is doing. She is sitting inside doors open to a veranda. There is a veranda in front. Writing long letters. Now she is writing letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. First I'll read it, then I'll explain. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines. In the sky still open, the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. Now again the same thing, the comparison is going out. Now the poet is telling that she is writing long letters, but in which she scarcely mentions the departure of the forest from the house. In the letter she is not mentioning what is going through, what is happening, means the trees are trying to get out, but she is not mentioning anything of that sort in the letters. Next, forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines. Now she says that it is a very clear sky is there, and the whole moon is visible. It's a full moon day, night. So the entire moon is visible, full moon is visible. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines. The moon is shining. In the sky open, there are no clouds, it's very clear. The smell of leaves and lichen. Now lichen is either it's an organism that's we can say like algae or fungi, that is a lichen. The smell of leaves, they do possess a kind of certain smell. So the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the room. So as I told you again, that the women are trying to get out. Now the poetess is actually observing this, watching this, and the entire moon is shining outside. It's open sky. The smell of the leaves and lichens still reaches like a voice, means it is very the smell is just like a voice which is very clear, which can be heard. In the same way the smell is also very easy to take, and the entire thing, the atmosphere has been created that still the women are moving outside, they want to go outside. So In this paragraph, it's very easy. Alliteration is being used. Here it is marked also. Long letters L word is repeated. Then in the next line, forest from FF is repeated. Then sky still S is repeated here, and leaves and lichen L is being repeated here. So it's alliteration. Again, the entire paragraph is an enjambment without any continuation of the sentence, without using any punctuation mark. That is again enjambment. I am repeating it so you can remember it. That are the literary devices. Now we come to the final paragraph, that is the fourth paragraph, last one. My head is full of whispers. What does the poet say? My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. Oak is a tree, a very huge tree. We'll now do the entire explanation. Now the poetess says, my head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Means, as the trees are moving, there are whispers, there are sound that they are making. But once the trees will live and they will go outside to the world, tomorrow everything will be silent here because they have moved away. Now the poetess says, listen, the glass is breaking. Means those windows, the glass windows which are there, when the trees are moving out, they are breaking those glasses and moving out. Means, as we know that even in India, Indian culture, and lots of places in other countries also in the world, the women are not given the social status. They are not considered equal to men. It's a man dominated society. Still, in lots of country, women are not compared, women are compared with men, but at a lower rank. So here the poetess, she herself is a woman, so she is saying that listen, the glass is breaking. Means the women are breaking those bondages, those chains which have been put on the women for centuries. Now they are breaking those chains. They are moving. They are moving out just like the men do. They are free now. They are going outside. The trees are stumbling forward, the poet says. As you can understand that when there is a lot of rush and crowd, and if you try to move and the crowd is moving, you stumble, means you fall down. It's very difficult to walk in a crowd when everybody is pushing you. So the trees are moving, so all of them are going outside. Now there is a bit of stumbling. Somebody is falling down, somebody is pushing someone, but they are going outside. They are moving away into the night. Now they are moving into the night. Winds rush to meet them. Now wind is very happy. They are rushing to meet those trees. They are happy to greet them. Oh, they are coming. So they are very happy. They are rushing there to meet them, to greet them, to welcome them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Now here from the image itself you can see that moon, obviously again we have to understand that the moon cannot break into pieces. The moon cannot break. But here the poet has said that there are long oak trees and behind them there is a moon, a full moon. And due to that you cannot see the entire moon. So you can see fragments of the moon as if the moon has been broken into small pieces. So the moon is broken like a mirror, and just when the mirror breaks, when the mirror falls, there are lots of pieces of it. Just the same image has been created there due to the tree that is in between the poetess and the moon. So as if the moon has been broken into lots of fragments, into small pieces. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak, and crown you can understand that the kings and the emperors wear on the head. And what kind of picture is being created? That the piece is fleshed now in the crown of the tallest oak, as if the oak is a king and it is wearing a crown, and that the entire part, the moon shining, is on the topmost part of the oak tree, which is very high. It seems as if it's a crown which is shining with diamond and gold. So the moon is broken like a mirror, its piece is flesh now in the crown of the tallest oak. Oak, again I will tell you, it's a very huge tree. So this is what the poetess wants us to understand. I know it is not very easy to get the poem just by reading it once. So please read the poem twice or thrice. It will make you you will be able to understand it better. For the video also, so you can understand the entire thing that the poetess wants us to say. The freedom of the woman, the hard work the women do, and all the total, it's a, again I will tell you, it's a feminist poem about female, that they are now free, they cannot be said having a lower rank to the men, they are equal to men because they work more. Obviously women work more hard than men do, that is a fact, because they have lots of things to do as compared to the men. So this is what the poetess wants us to know. A very good poem. Here we come to the end of the poem. There are question answers also available in on page number 100, that you will be able to write down after the you have got through the explanation. You can write by your own also. Just go through the explanation once or twice. As I told you, it's not easy, so just go it twice or thrice, watch the video again and again. You will be able to understand, because we have done it by paragraph, line by line. You will be able to understand the entire meaning. So please do write down the question answers in your fair book and do read the poem again. So here we come to the end of the poem. Thanks for the listening to the video so patiently. Thank you very much. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much.